Hello, Matthew. How
Oh,
are you?
I'm good. Good. Kind of sleepy. I don't know why. Or
I'm
yawning.
very, I'm very sleepy. I'm a tired boy. I'm full of tiredness. Hello, internets. It is us,
Woo.
your preppy boys.
Mm.
Um, I'm not sure where Beard is. I also am a little bit afraid that I say that and he's just waiting in the wings to drop in like a monster and do his beardly best. Um, so I don't know how you doing this morning.
I'm pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah. How are you?
I'm okay. Beard and I talked yesterday after you left. Um, I made the joke, and it wasn't much of a joke, that yesterday felt like the first time. It felt like the very first time. I hurt so bad after our walk.
Oh,
I was so body achy and tired.
well,
Um,
you just got the jab.
yeah, I got the jab right before or the night before, and I was like, "Oh, I don't want to miss a walk." So we went and it kicked my ass yesterday. I felt off. I still am just body achy and just tired as fuck. Oh, by the way, I didn't show you this either. I'm still dremeling it out, but I got a sweet mummer ahead.
Oh wow. Yeah,
So as you can see, it's I got some work to do on it.
that's sweet though.
Um, yeah. So ostensibly, we were going. Beard wanted to come on today, and we were going to work on our D&D
Ooh.
open for Extra Life.
Well, yeah.
Or-
So while we wait for him to show up or not, I suppose. Um, what else were you thinking of running this year?
so is it going to run the open? See, originally, I wanted to run the same players through 4 games.
Okay.
They would play the same characters, but they would just play those characters in different games. So they would play a D&D game, but those characters then would also be in like a superhero game. So they'd have to play the same characters, but they would be statted up and run
Yeah.
differently.
Yeah.
Kind of a genre jump, kind of a
Yeah.
Exiles X-esque kind of
Yeah. I
thing.
mean, that'd be super fun.
I thought it would be too. I thought it'd be very interesting.
But it is also a big bite.
I don't think that would be terribly difficult because I'd pick pretty easy games. Shuggy!
Morning, Shiggy.
So I did a little digging though because we talked about running an open, and an open is just a back in the day. I don't know if they do it still anymore. D&D during Gen Con would run, and a couple other cons would run these competitive events.
Okay.
And I played in the open twice. And one year we got to the semifinals, and then the group of guys I went with had a complete and utter fucking meltdown with one another.
Oh no.
To the point I thought there was going to be a fist fight. And we lost our round. So you basically have an adventure where you have certain things that you get points for.
Okay, I was kind of wondering how you would, yeah. Score.
And then, you score it by points at the end, like by what did they do? What did they. So we're running the same module just with 2 different groups. So I
Okay.
did a little digging, and according to pundits online, everyone feels like the best tournament style module is the Hidden Shrine of Ta Mo Shan.
Okay.
I know it does have one of my favorite demon lords in it. And all of a sudden his name escapes me. It's like a big flaming bat guy. That hasn't really appeared in much D&D since, but
Oh,
has been was in the first Kobold Press big monster book. Gosh, I want to remember his name. Why is that escaping me currently? I hate when I can't remember things, and that's like that demon lord in D&D. I'm sure it'll be there. Camazotz, who also showed up in Hellboy. It's an
Oh,
actual, like, I want to say Incan or Aztec like monster.
okay.
Um, but there is a cool ass Cobalt Press like piece of artwork that is absolutely stunning of Camazotz. That I want to find and put in the chat because man, it's pretty, and I like pretty stuff. So yeah, it's kind of. I mean, he's on the cover of the module, but it's an old school module, so it's kind of got that kind of
Yeah.
very almost hateful approach to players. Like, oh, I'm sorry, did you not understand that Dungeons and Dragons is not for fun? Prepare to be hit with the bullshit.
Yeah, you're gonna feel it.
Is
Whether you
that it? I thought it was a cooler piece of art than that. So yeah, that's what I was thinking. Although I also was thinking, and I was going to pitch to him today because we were kind of going back and forth about it yesterday, trying to figure out. He wanted to use the Thunderlock bar crawl, which he's used numerous times, which is from an old thing, not even old, it's a couple years old, called Roll and Play,
okay.
which was a comic that came out under, I want to say was it Lion's Head that got bought up by Oni Press?
Lion Forge.
Yeah, I think it was Lion Forge. Absolutely phenomenal thing. What was you got like kind of a comic, but you also literally just got a module in comic book form, and they were real fun things. And you can buy them in collections now because I think there was only like 15 issues or something like that. And for whatever reason, when Oni bought it, they did not want to. Continue to print it. So actually, in order for me to get the second book in the collection, actually was really hard, because Oni was being a bitch, which really made me mad. Well, here's one version of the picture. I don't think this is the one. This is the one from Southlands, which is another Cobalt Press book. I believe there's one from like another Cobalt Press book, but I can't remember. Maybe it's Toma Beast. It is absolutely, I think, a much cooler piece of art. But Cobalt has good art regard. Maybe not. Maybe that is the piece of art. I thought he was like kind of had flaming wings. Anyway, I like that so much that Dave did a custom.
Oh, nice.
Which is not like, it wasn't like a lot of work. I gave him a Man Bat figure and he painted it black and did like a waist piece and stuff. The black needs touched up like all the time. But yeah, I really love the fact that Cobalt gave us a bunch of additional Demon Lords. But that was an interesting kind of thing I thought about very much wanting to do. But so the one thing I wanted to run by Beard was what if we just ran Expedition to the Barrier Peaks? So for those not in the know, Expedition to the Barrier Peaks is my favorite all-time Dungeons and Dragons module. It's also Stephen Colbert's, so I'm in good company there. And it is a adventure where you ostensibly go into a big old dungeon that turns out to be a crashed spaceship.
Oh, nice. Okay, that's fun.
Yeah, I think it's just one of those very unusual. Oh, he's a Mayan death bat god. is the origin.
But he is also the reigning I want to say 634-day reign as hardcore champ.
In what? In what? Now I need to know where this is in.
No, I don't know. I'm just making this up.
Oh, damn it, Matt.
It's fiction. We can make it whatever we want.
Yeah, but I thought that was somebody was using that as like their wrestling
Oh
name.
no,
I was
I
like,
wish.
holy shit! And they had a cool like bat mask. James is also talking about wanting to do. He does look shaggy, like he's got that belt on. We also talked about Sunday just doing wrestling stuff.
Oh,
Which I was kind of like, but he talked about running or getting to group together because there's no really person who runs that game, but doing worldwide wrestling.
Oh,
doing like a worldwide wrestling card. If he does, I may make a wrestler named Kamazats. He's bat themed, and yeah.
So in the
Lucha
other
Libre the fuck out of it.
In the other images around your Kamazats, there is also that kobold with just a full ass fucking cow skull on his belt.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's a Knoll.
Or Knoll, sorry. Yes.
Yeah. Just a Knoll boy. Just
still
rocking a sweet belt.
Just full on cow skull.
Yeah. So I kind of wanted to talk to him about doing that, but now I'm starting to think he's not gonna make it, maybe. Which is weird because I thought he was online earlier.
He might was what time it was supposed to be. I don't know.
He was super gung ho about it yesterday. So, but I also know Beardley is going through a little bit of a rough time right now.
He's got a lot on his plate.
Yeah, he's got a lot on his plate. Show the self-described king of tea a little bit of love. He really probably could use it. So I'm going to share my screen if that's okay with you, Matt.
Go for it.
This is Kamazats as he appears in this old school AD&D adventure.
Wow.
I believe this is some Errol Otis art. Errol Otis, who, in my opinion, has the greatest early edition art because it's just bug nuts wild.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, this looks awesome. This
it's got his name right there. Yep.
Oh, does it? I didn't see it.
Oh, in the upper right.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, Errol Otis. Google Errol Otis art, and you're going to be like, okay, this is what I'm talking about.
He just looking at his stuff here, and maybe this is just me just grasping onto the person I can think of with the most similar style, but he's got a real Fletcher Hanks vibe, and I don't know if you know anything about Fletcher Hanks.
I don't. To me, he's got a very stripped down Richard Corbin style.
Yeah, there's absolutely some Corbin in this as well. With the especially his more airbrush stuff. His pencil stuff really does remind me of Fletcher Hanks, who was apparently just a real big piece of shit. But
oh no, I love the fact
that days of comics when there were really no rules, people were just making it up as they go. He did some just insane stuff, and like the logic was like not like wildly inconsistent even for comics, and just crazy space powers and bizarre art. Anyway, I love Fletcher Hanks, despite him being a giant piece of shit. But I think he died alone and of alcoholism, so it's not like he had a great life anyway.
Fucking horrible. Thanks for that horrible story, Matt.
Yeah.
One of the reasons I love Errol Otis art is because people are always dying horribly in every D&D picture he puts in.
Yes.
Like Kamazats is taking huge damage here, but look, this guy's fucked. he's dead. Which I'm like, oh, okay, well, it gets across.
No, it's on fully on fire. All right, I'm gonna drop a couple choice pieces of.
Shockingly enough, I do not have a digital copy of this module, which is nuts. So I just went to Internet Archive, which has like everything. So I grabbed that. Oh, Matt's got some Otis for me.
Oh no, I got some Fletcher Hanks.
Oh, Fletcher Hanks. Ooh, let's see what this Fletcher Hanks stuff. Yes, I am familiar with him.
Yeah,
with that art. Yeah, that's real weird looking.
Yeah, and the stories flow from that. All right, one more, and then I'm
Super
done.
Spike. All right, now I gotta check this one out too, real quick. That looks wildly D&D.
Yeah, I like that they do have pants.
Yeah. Well, yeah, duh.
Well, I mean, they definitely don't. I don't feel like they need to.
I mean, who's to say? we don't know what's hidden by those pants.
Yeah, we don't.
Everything below the waist is unknowable.
It's just a void.
So this is like what I thought about, like offering up as like, hey, this should be our open. Is this Tamoshan module, which? But I mean, let's take a look and see if I have. Well, I know I have it. Expedition. Oh, you're just gonna open the same. Okay, this is a update to it. I don't know if I'm as big a fan of like, oh look, the spaceship, you can see it.
It's very visibly a spaceship. Yeah, that's not as interesting to me.
Also, for those who want to feel for it, you can always go and listen to let me grab this. I want to put this in the chat. So a band called Loot the Body, which does kind of proggy rock stuff, did a whole album that is just a album about the Expedition to the Barrier Peaks from the beginning to the end, and it actually uses stuff directly from the module as far as like the stuff that the DM ostensibly reads to the players. It literally uses that as lyrics, so it's really neat. And that album is awesome. So let's see if I can find a less 5e approach here. And MT Black does do really good stuff. I'm just not a huge fan of trying to update. Although I say that, and I have the massive book where they give you the original module, but they also do like an updated write of it. So like, look at the cover, another Errol Otis classic.
Yeah,
It's got a fucking stormtrooper helmet on, basically.
Yeah.
So like, here's the map, which is intense. There's the first appearance of the frog Hemoth is in this module. You get Vegapygmies, which are like plant pygmy people. So yeah, this is, I mean, yeah, Intellect Devourers, which are just brains on legs. Also, you knew that Bill Willingham did a lot of D&D art back in the day.
I did not know that.
Yep. I'm trying to find, okay, like weird plant life. One of my favorite things in all of this, though, is you get the wolf in sheep's clothing monster. It is a stump with a bunny on top of it. But what it is that's just like a part of the body, because beneath that stump is a massive mouth and tentacles that come up behind you and pull you all towards the monster. And that monster, like the first time I played this and all this was new, it scared the fuck out of all of us. So here's all this wild like tech stuff. There's some goblins in this adventure who have stumbled upon some high tech stuff and they're utilizing it to the best of their dumb knowledge. Yeah, it's a wild adventure. Like here shows like how the cross section actually goes down.
Okay.
Um, um, you get some mind flayer business. Like there's, I think that's Bill Willingham art, maybe,
Oh.
because I know he did some Vegapygmies and a Vegapygmy dog. You get some Robotos. That's a fucking great role.
Yeah.
That's Errol Otis. That's some Doctor Who shit right there.
Oh, totally. I mean, other than that, they wouldn't be able to afford to make that.
Yeah. You get these robots, like one's a nurse and one's a doctor, and the nurse wants to help you, but the doctor's malfunctioning and just wants to take you apart. Yeah, it's got some real like evocative, wild shit in it. I'm hoping to see if there was some more of the sweet, wild art in it. Um, Giant Slug.
Nice.
This might be Rot Grubs. I don't remember. Anyway, I really like this adventure, and I think you could easily use it. There's the Froghemoth, the original Froghemoth. That's an Errol Otis, but it's colored, which is just fucking makes it even cooler looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, Super Spike. That would that'd get me a goddamn Starbucks on a the Oramavax. I can't say this one. It's like a golden badger with 6 legs, and it eats metal.
All right, as one does.
And they are awesome monsters. I really do enjoy them as monsters. I believe this is Sioux monster, which are like super smart, like baboons who use like psychic attacks. We're in that adventure. There it is. There's the as you can see, like the eye looks like plant life, and then it's like, no, this is what it really looks like underneath the ground. Suck it. I thought like maybe this would work, but I mean, I don't know if that would be something he would be interested in. So the whole premise is like this local king calls all these lords or all these adventurers together and is like, hey, there's this weird thing. We've sent expeditions in, they haven't come back. We're worried that there's something incredibly nasty inside. So would you please go and explore? And you come and you get to like 2 giant metal doors, and they open intermittently, and that's where some of these monsters are escaping, because it's like just a broken door mechanism that's letting them out. So like they're running wild inside this, crashed ship. Use language that people understand. Jiminy Christmas. So see if I can find a picture of the. Oh, there we go. Here's our very angry Orumvorax. I can't say it because like the letters don't come together in my mouth correct.
Yeah.
And yes, much like Hulkamania, it's running wild, baby. So yeah, that's kind of where I was thinking might be a.
I mean, I don't know how that's officially pronounced, but I would call that it is a weird.
It's real hard.
An Arumvirax.
Arumvirax.
Or Aurumvirax. But
man, it's a tough one. It's a tough nut.
It is a weird, yeah. There's just too many U's.
Yeah, and they all like the letters get kind of mealy in your mouth when you're trying to put them all together.
You're like, oh, I can do this. Oh, fuck, nope.
Oh, no. Disengage. I was seeing a beard got back to us, but apparently he's, I hope he's okay. I'm worried about the man.
Probably he's asleep, or he's got dogs, or who knows.
So those are ones that I was thinking about, but there's, as you can see, I have a, like gigs and gigs of adventures. I also thought about, so there is a company called Planet X Games who do kind of current stuff. It's where I got that Escape from Skull Island, or not Skull. It's basically Escape from Skull Island, except for D&D style with giant kaiju and a buried Mecha Godzilla basically in the ground and all this stuff. They make some wild grindhousey modules. And they had one called the Jungle Tomb of the Mummy Bride that I'm like, okay, this looks kind of fucking great. Also, I love their Toho style logo. But they like super thematic stuff.
Shaggy, I think a Starbucks would lure Beard in just as easily as it would King.
We're Caribou kids here.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's fair. They're local, and I think they're better to their employees. So
yeah, and I think Starbucks coffee a lot of times tastes burnt. Not that I'm a coffee snob, because I'm not. It's just I think it tastes like the. I mean, for fuck's sake, Keurig, thank you.
Fake mummies.
Fake mummies, yes.
Big old snake. All right.
I think Kamazat actually shows up in this module as well.
Oh,
baby! Look at that sweet picture.
That's a Kamazat's. Or is that Umjumbu?
Umjumbu. Also, I love the name. I haven't read through this, so I'm kind of intrigued, and it looks relatively straightforward to run. And like I said, they do a lot of I love this rated 5e. Like they have one that's like a Hills Have Eyes-esque, like meteor, except for meteor falls from the sky, mutates town. Town decides to eat everyone it comes across. Yeah, that's probably a good way to get Beard, Super Spike. Ooh. That would also be... I wonder how you could integrate kind of that Fallout ideal into D&D. The kind of Fallout style. Let's see what else I got here that might be... Cobalt Press, I think I got some cool... It's going to be those things where Dropbox is going to be like, yeah, you can't look at that right now. Yeah, but just open. That'd be real cool. Ugh. Matt, were you a Rat Queens guy?
I'm aware of it, but I never read it. I heard it was good, but it's
Cassandra's super into it, and they made a Rat Queens module.
Yeah, there's one that's one of those books that just kind of, flew under my radar enough that I never gave it a shot.
If you ever want to read any of the trades, we have them all.
Much like Sixth Gun when it was coming out. I'm like, I'm hearing good things about this. I'm not going to buy it. And then later on, I'm like, I'm going to try this. Oh my god, it's wonderful.
What about Headlopper?
Oh yeah, Headlopper. I'm all in on. I had some friends who somehow glommed onto that, and then I was like, all right, cool. Even though I know you're going to buy these, I am also going to buy the trades whenever they come out. Because
so I'm going to open this in large, so you guys can we can go down size and you can see module covers. In case you guys see something, we're like, oh snap, that art makes me happy. Look at this bad boy.
Blib de Poop.
So Bib the Poop Bloop is the god of the Koatoa. And the Koatoa are these crazy fishmen. And the only reason Blip Dulupoop exists is because they believe it exists.
Oh.
It's not real. But they're crazy and they believe so hard that it does exist, which is Just
Yeah,
awesome.
that's how that ought to be.
Some of these are older modules, and some of them are just like I'm trying to think of something that would be really good for that kind of short. Rick and Morty, of course. Not really interested in right now. Dancing Head of Baba Yaga, I thought about as well. I do love me some Baba Yaga. Cobalt Press wise. The Blood Vaults of Sister Alcava was interesting. Sanctuary of Belches, I think, is interesting. There's also one that's not in there that I have. Oh, Midgard Sagas. It isn't here, but it's a bunch of short adventures you can kind of tie together. I love the crazy Lovecraftian monster on the cover. You'd be cool to find something kind of in that vein of Fallout, though, where you like flip the idea of Expedition of the Barrier Peaks, maybe, and have it be a situation. There's also I want to say it's a Jack Vance story, and the only reason I'm aware of it, even though I'm aware of I've read some Jack Vance stuff, is because a band called Lord Weird Slough Fay, also just sometimes called Slough Fay, wrote an album about these, like a group of Jack Vance stories, and one of them, the songs is like, you're basically a barbarian and you wake up, you've been frozen, and they basically jam a laser rifle into your hands and send you off to war. And I'm like, oh shit, that sounds incredible. I kind of want to do something like that.
Yeah.
And the last song on the album is this really cool song called We'll Meet Again, which I didn't know is a cover. And it's this wild, like, we'll meet again in another place, in another world. And it's like, it's find the song. It's real good. There's just maniacal laughter at the end of the song. Actually, Lord Weird Slough Fay is pretty awesome. If you like sci-fi, there's a game called Traveler where you can literally die in character creation. And it's like it is super hard sci-fi. And there's an adventure, I can't remember the name of the adventure now. They wrote an entire album about that, like, adventure. And it's great. It's so good. Like, the album is fantastic. They wrote an album that is basically an homage to all the Planet of the Apes movies.
Nice.
They've done some really weird, fun stuff. They did one that's kind of Celtic mythology, or mythology, like, just it's got a song about someone who's basically using the weirding, so their bodies becoming all misformed.
Sorry, just grabbing something out of the closet.
As well as about the Wicker Man. So yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, now I'm really thrown off. Sorry, guys.
No.
Also, one of my favorite modules of all time, but it's a box set, so it'd be too hard to run for like extra life, is Dragon Mountain. It has a kobold mining system with mining carts in it that almost runs like an amusement park in parts of the adventure if you run it that way. It's super fun. Here it is, Escape from Skullcano Island, also by Planet X Games. This I'm gonna open this just so you guys can see some of the buck wild art in here. A friend of mine is a friend of the guys who own and run this, and he turned me on to it, and it's great. Like, just that art in itself makes me so fucking giddily happy.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
But I used this in Down Outlands for a while. They were on Skullcano Island. I treat it like a little tiny dimension. So it's full of like kaiju.
As it should be.
So like you can see where different kaiju basically live on the island. And it is a direct like love letter to Godzilla movies.
Nice.
In fact, 2 of the players died on Skullcano Island, but of course, if you follow down Outlands, you know that death is not permanent. Like there's a massive black pudding in the tunnels of the island that's so big it's not even one mass anymore. It's just so it's like a black pudding eats people, so it's like this ooze. So they dealt with that. There is a giant serpent, the Gallomaw. There is Gaojai the Devastator, which is like this dinosaur with like all these weird futuristic technologies built into it, like with a death beam for an eye. Each of the monsters also has cults devoted to it. There's Grulok the God Ape.
Of course.
Whose cults like just kill everything and eat it. There is I'm not going to pretend to pronounce that. We've already butchered enough names, but it's the Terror of the Deep.
Nice. Oh, that's awesome.
There's the Ghost Spider. There's the Three Jaws, the Jaws of the Earth, or also known as the Maw that shreds, which and kill us basically. There's Umagung, the worm that waits. And then there's the Doomsayers of Karakathul, which I used in my game. That there's one piece of art in here I wanted to show you guys. Because I was like, oh God, this piece of art. This was kind of my whole inspiration of putting my players on the island to begin with. And this is a big sandbox setting. So there isn't per se an adventure. It's just like, here's all these locations and things. Which I do love me some sandboxes. Where are you hiding at? Super cool art. There it is.
Oh. Hell yeah.
Little Mecha Kong. So anyway, yeah. That's Skullcano Island. Again, Planet X puts out great stuff. I highly recommend them. Trying to see if there was anything else that might be super intriguing. Like I said, if anybody sees anything where they're like, "Oh, there, let's look at that," please say so in the chat. I know it's a real weird episode. Isle of the Angry Apes looks cool just because the cover is like.
I am into some Gorilla Grodd shit.
Yeah, like Roman Gorilla Grodd. Frog God puts out some cool stuff too. This is some Bill Willingham art.
That I believe. That looks like it, yeah.
Linkmar City of Adventures. Matt, are you a Faffer and the Grey Mouser guy?
Another one I'm aware of, but have not partaken of.
Good stuff. Night Below's great as well, but again, it's a big box set. I sent this to James one year because he's a Christmas guy. Orcus on the 34th level. It's like Orcus Christmas Adventure. Orcus, who's the demon prince of undeath. Red Hand of Doom. I am thinking about adding a little bit of elements of that into Chaos Scar. This is, in my opinion, the best 3rd edition adventure, bar none. It's great. Exactly. Has Beard talked about his Christmas album before? Are you guys aware of that? I'm not joking. Beard made a Christmas album.
I've heard some of it.
It makes me very happy.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna make a great." The Beard was decided at one point, "I'm gonna make a Christmas album." Reverse Dungeon. I also thought about running Reverse Dungeon. You play the monsters.
Oh,
Oh, you guys heard it on Dave's stream? Excellent. That makes me super happy. Yeah, good stuff. I thought about running Reverse Dungeon as a thing for Extra Life, just because you could do it as a one-off of the characters playing the monsters, and the ostensibly the adventurers are the bad guys. Like, I don't know if anybody's ever heard of the video game. Oh gosh, now all of a sudden, Dungeon Keeper RL, I think what it's called. I have it. I just don't remember the name of it exactly. Where you're basically building dungeons and recruiting minions to stop adventurers who periodically come and try to wreck your home.
oh,
It's pretty fun. Savage Tide is also utterly great, but it's an adventure path. I think this right here is about 500 pages long. This I think this is what it is, even though Mike Merles has become pretty problematic. I think this is an adventure I was like, oh, I kind of like the idea of this. Basically because I saw a piece of art from it and I was like, it just made my brain run wild. Let's see if I can find the art real quick, if this is the right one. But again, short, 32-page module. You could cut it up into 3. It's basically like premise, above ground setting, below ground setting. Like, that's cool looking. Like clockwork robots taking over dead bodies makes me kind of interested. I don't know if this clockwork parasites, I guess. Maybe this isn't the one. There's a module that Frog God did. I thought this was it, where there's a piece of art where it's 2 adventurers walking through a like darkened room, and the room is full of tubes of like clones. And I was like, okay, that just like that makes my brain just run a million miles an hour. And yes, I do very much like my fantasy and sci-fi mixed, which I know is not for everybody.
Chocolate and peanut butter.
Yeah. This is another one I've always been intrigued by. I would have to do a little more reading, but I really liked the cover art. Again, very short. It's got the Errol Otis meets Adventure Time vibe to it.
I do like that art.
That art makes me really happy. I mean, just listen to the pitch. A alien being, dark omens, vanishing ships, and the adventures to a mysterious island newly appeared in the Sea of Swords, but can characters uncover the mysteries of the changing island in time to save Faerun from a terror from another plane? Also, you've got a 3-headed skeleton drinking soda.
Yeah, is that whose art is that?
I have no idea. Let's see if there's any.
I'm curious because it reminds me of the. I don't think it's it. I don't know if he does anything with paint like that, but it reminds me of the Headlopper.
Oh yeah. Well, I know that the guys who did Adventure Time did work with Wizards on a module.
Oh, okay.
Like they were consultants. I can't remember which module it was. Also, I can't remember who does this style of dungeon stuff, like maps, but you can find these all over. They also did like they would do a big picture of an adventure, and it was like, here's how the adventure works, and it's all like in this style of art, like a guide to Vaults of the Drow. But it's in kind of that similar style art as the cover. And it's really fun. I mean, it's like a really fun, and again, kind of cartoonily gory style art. Like here's
Yeah.
a bigger picture of it. Like I love this. This is just again, I couldn't run this for this because it's just too big, I think. But very cool, and something I'm gonna have to think about stealing from in the future. And apparently, I have like 3 copies in my. Okay, this we're gonna look at just because the name, and I love puns. Strange alchemy. Come on now, guys. You had me at potential owlbears. Also, I do like this Darkest Dungeon style art that people use sometimes. Almost Mignola-esque. Oh, like look at those tarot cards, Matt. That's some good stuff.
Hold on. Oh yeah.
Owlbear mice. I hate Mises to pieces. So this one definitely might be fun. I'll leave it open just in case. Here's another adventure that I liked a lot when I was a kid. It was called Tale of the Comet. Spaceship lands full of automatons, and they just like Terminator 2 style start fucking roaring out to kill everything.
All right. So I went down a bit of a rabbit hole here, but you're gonna be into this, I think.
Hell yeah.
Drop some of these into the chat here.
Ooh, yes. That's Beastman, isn't it?
Yep. So apparently Andrew McLean, the Headlopper guy, did some He-Man fan art or something. I don't know what the context of it is. I like his Skeletor a lot. It's more the Netflix style Skeletor. But
did you see they put out pictures of the snake armor Skeletor?
I did. So I wonder if he was doing if they had him involved in like character concepts for the Netflix show, because that Man at Arms isn't quite the the Netflix design, but I can see the germs of it there.
Ooh, I like that Skeletor. That is bonkers looking. I like it.
Yeah.
It's definitely like got the Headlopper vibe to it.
Yeah.
Oh, Man at Arms looks amazing. That's some good stuff right there. So, Matthew.
Yes.
I've never read this module, but the cover makes me so pumped about it.
Oh. Yeah, I like that.
Hey, I'm a wizard. I cast spells, also have a giant laser rifle.
Yeah. That in and of itself, that's what you need.
Because why not? So this one too, I think it's far too big to run in this fashion. I believe this has a lot to do with like hags and another crashed spaceship and all that stuff. Which back in the day of D&D, there was a lot of that because they kind of weren't afraid to mix genres together.
Yeah. I mean, that's He-Man.
Yeah, I mean, and this predates He-Man. But
yeah, that does seem like a pretty substantial
I would there's a really great adventure called Against the Cult of the Reptile God. I really enjoy. I've run a couple times, I've played a couple times. The problem is when Zach, before pandemic, we were running Zach was doing an actual play podcast for the game called Beyond the Wall, which is a
Yeah, I remember looking at that a little bit.
yeah, it's a oh shit.
Hi guys.
Here's our boy.
Hey,
A beautiful boy.
Your beautiful boy is a big dum-dum because whenever he does the stream, he puts it in his calendar, and today he didn't put it on his calendar. So when the ladies were like, "Hey, do you still want to go for a walk down by the river with the dogs?" I was like, "Of course, that sounds great, perfect. Let's stop and get coffees on the way. Oh, this would be great, super duper." And then I got Matt's text, and I was like, "Son of
no, it's all
Peace,
good. We're glad you didn't fall in a ditch or
you know,
I was actually
zero
worried
digit
about you.
it wasn't a terrible experience.
Nope. I had a pleasant walk down by the river. I love this Table Titans module, by the way. I love all of those. Do you have the second one?
I don't know. I mean, this is what I just I do concur with Beard. Go check out oh shit, Super Spy called it Coffee on a Stump.
That's literally true. We sat on a log that's felled like right by the Mississippi, and yeah, it's good times. Anyway.
I highly recommend Table Titans as a read.
Yeah.
Oh, Beard, do you remember what that webcomic I was obsessed with for a long time, and I actually bought the hard copies of what that was called? Predates Die, and as a lot of similar themes.
Shoot.
Gilded Age.
Oh yeah, Gilded Age. I have those right here.
Did you buy them as well?
Yeah, I think so.
Fucking fantastic.
Yeah, they're so good.
Webcomic.
Yeah.
So good. And you don't need to buy the stuff because you can just read it online. I just wanted the actual copies of the books. Absolutely stellar sci-fi fantasy stuff.
Huh. Well, they're down here somewhere. As you can see, I have a little bit more of like the design library together behind me. If you ever want to know how many design books I have, these are not just these are not just like all of my books. These are only my architecture books. So it's been a long hoe. Also, there's three boxes. I foolishly was like, oh yeah, the comics that I bought over the last couple months, I only need like one long box when I went to Hot Comics. Yeah, I filled that up in like 5 minutes. I'm like, I'm gonna need at least 2 more of these. I'm in trouble. I need to sort through my comics.
Yeah, they're a harsh mistress.
Yeah. And honestly, the only thing that I'm buying right now is like Hellboy, BPRD stuff, and Star Wars. That's it. And it's still like just go. And if you like that Table Titans, I think that they've done 2 or 3 collections now. Scott stopped doing Table Titans like on the regular because it's his like other comic besides PvP. But I know that they did at least 2. And if the other one isn't in here, King, I can upload it because I know that I was like a Patreon person for him when he was doing Table Titans as like a little side gig. So
sweet,
very fun.
Yeah, I'm just going through modules, and kind of seeing if there was anything that jumped out as a potential. So one thing we talked about earlier before you got here was this module is kind of considered the Titan of tournament modules.
Yeah.
So I thought about maybe utilizing it. I don't have it actually. I actually had to go to Internet Archive to.
I think didn't they redo that in the I want to say that they put that one in the first like shared module book. The one before Candlekeep. Let me see.
I don't know.
Yeah, 1 second, Mike.
That was Tales from the Yawning Portal.
Yeah, I got it right here.
which I do have.
Yeah, let me look and see. I can't remember if that's one of the ones that they skinned or not. All right, Yawning Portal. They did Sunless
snap.
Citadel, Forge of Fury, Hidden Shrine of the Tomoe-chan.
Okay, that might be something I would be interested in.
They also have White Plume Mountain, Dead and Thay, Against the Giants, and Tomb of Horrors in here.
White Plume Mountain, another Luther Body did a song about White Plume Mountain. That's also very good. Called
Hidden Shrine is like 4 or 5 5th level characters, so it's like prime for Extra Life too, and that like people aren't like crazy overpowered, and there's like a little bit of look at this. They like updated it with new graphics and everything too. Beautiful.
Can I share your screen, Beard?
Oh sure. Yeah,
I'll
just select the look at that. They got that like section right there. Is that cool? Love it.
That might be a good one for us to think about using.
That would be super fun. Yeah.
So we're kind of looking for modules that would possibly be good. I found this one that I had that if we don't use, I think you'll love. Strange Alchemy. It's a hoot of a starter adventures.
That's amazing.
I don't know. Do you have access to my adventures folder?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. Also, Jungle Tomb of the Mummy Bride.
Nice.
Yes. Fucking amazing. It's also 5 to 7, and it is also a Planet X Games module, so it's baller.
Yo, dude, so sick. Planet X Games, bro. Do the dude. Planet X Games, brought to you by Mountain Dew.
That's the one where Duke knows the guys who run the company.
Oh yeah,
and they did Escape from Skullcano Island.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I mean, honestly, Tales from Yawning Portal or Candlekeep Mysteries probably have a couple that we could run that were, not bad as well. I did run.
We could also run So a Blind Woman and a Medusa Walk Along a Road. Kind of an interesting. That's a great title.
Yeah.
Oh, this is in the wrong place.
Wizard in a Bottle is a Weird Al send up of the police.
Did you buy Radiant Citadel, Beard?
I don't know if I did or not.
That also is very similar. It's a bunch of adventures with like a hub.
Yeah.
That was all done by people of color.
Oh yeah, I know which one you're talking about. No, I don't. Could you buy that in PDF? I might have bought it on Drive-Thru or DM's Guild or whatever it's called.
As you guys all get an in-depth look into my giant D&D stuff, like folder upon folder upon folder.
Games on games on games.
Yeah, speaking of games, I will open before we're done, I'll open my other games folder so you guys can get, I've got some new stuff in there. So this looks like it's also, I'm very intrigued by this Richard Byers, who does good stuff, Year of the Rogue Dragons, but it's definitely not for a short thing like we're doing here. So maybe we do the Hidden Shrine. Oh, I don't need that open now. We'll take a look at it together, Beard, and figure out if we need more than, because I think this might be a longer than, I can't remember what it says as far as what they say their estimated time of the adventure is.
You want me to look and see what the one in here is?
Yeah, I would be intrigued.
The adventure, which is
so old. Oh, go ahead.
Designed for a group of 4 or 5 5th level players, gets underway the morning after the characters arrive in the vicinity of the ruins and make camp. When all of them have risen and finished preparing for the day's travel. The module itself is outside of that like giant map is 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15. 17, 21, 23, 24, 27. Those are pretty long, boy.
So here's the notes. Oh, go ahead.
30 pages.
So here's
It's about
the
30
notes
pages, so it's pretty.
It's condensed. They've got notes on tournament play in here.
Okay.
So 2 hours is their tournament time, and I think we're probably going to do 3-hour blocks. I'm correct.
Yeah.
And it gives like a hey, room 39 is kind of a safe room where you can end.
Yeah. We could also split it into like 2 modules. You know, like you reach like a save point essentially.
Yeah, I like that idea a lot.
Yeah.
I'll have to look at Terra. I think I've read Terra Haverford, like the comic stuff of it, but I don't think I've actually looked much at these modules.
Yeah, the module is pretty good. I should look and see in mine what I have. I can't remember. Also, I totally forgot to put the comments on. Hey Shaggy, hey Spike. Shaggy like enthusiastically wrote beard, and I'm just like, so anyway, I'm a dum-dum and forgot about this. So friends.
All right. So Adventure Perilous just came through.
Cool.
Back guys, carry on.
I can't remember like what else I put in here recently. But yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff in here that would definitely, I think, be interesting for.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if I'm trying to remember what I put in. I think that I just put all my stuff in our shared folder, unless some of it might be in the James folder. I know that we've put stuff in there too. I know you put stuff in there for me, but I didn't know if those were also in there. But I think that I put a lot of my stuff that I've bought in there as well.
This might be a game to play at some point.
That's pretty funny. Where is that?
It's in my other games folder.
Oh.
But while you're doing this, know that everyone has boundaries. It's not okay to cross them at any time, and communication is absolutely necessary. At all points in this game, you'll be describing sexual acts during the game. So take a moment here to talk amongst yourselves about what you're cool with. Good strategy to let everyone know what's off limits. Sounds, touches, levels of description, etc. It's okay to change and update your off limits list during play. In a similar vein, if you're comfortable, share with the group what kind of stuff you get you going. What's your favorite thing to do when you get your hands on just like a really nice dick? Let people know that what you'd appreciate, including these kinds of details, is just as important as letting them know what not to include. One other thing to make clear, anyone of any gender can have a dick. Anyone of any gender can touch a dick. Also, anyone of any gender can be a mermaid. That's that.
I love that the entire game's only like 5 pages long, too.
Matt, what do you think of this title of this game?
Oh, I've seen it in your folder.
That title is just like, I saw that title, I was like, yeah, I need this game.
That's
fine. Meddling Kids.
Are those the same people that did The King is Dead?
I don't know. I think I've got The King is Dead down here.
Yeah, it just looks like a very similar aesthetic, I remember. But I didn't see if it was the same people. D. Vincent Baker, McVeigh Baker.
D. Vincent Baker is the guy who did Apocalypse World, I believe.
Yeah.
I don't think that's. I'm not sure. I'd be surprised if that's.
Yeah.
The same person.
It just like had the kind of similar aesthetic, like text over ladyface.
Yeah. No, this is River House Games, which does a lot of like super small, weird stuff.
Yeah. That's funny. Hey, did you guys talk a little bit about or run it up the this is for me, Ariel. Did you guys talk at all about potentially doing some wrestle things?
We mentioned it. So I was gonna let you kind of I also am interested in this No Country for Old Kobolds.
Yeah, that looks amazing. So Matt, I was talking about, like we've never really done kind of straight up like a wrestle stream type of thing for it. And so I was thinking that maybe it would be cool, like if David's doing his like 24-hour stream on Saturday, that's like one flavor of stuff. And if we're doing like games Friday and Saturday, I was thinking about maybe doing like basically picking up from David's stream whenever he ends.
Okay.
And Sunday just doing like an all wrestling day. Like we could do worldwide wrestling. We could bring people on for interviews. We could, talk about the MOA show. We could talk about, our favorite stuff. I don't think we could watch anything because I don't want us to get like a strike while we're raising funds.
But
people watch stuff though. That's what I'm confused by. How did they get away with that?
I don't know.
It's all just you're dancing between the raindrops.
Like Church of Joshi does that, and I'm pretty sure they're Twitch streaming, and they're awesome. They're really cool.
And that might just be that whatever they're watching is nobody's monitoring for nobody's looking for that stuff. Like you're watching the Fed, they'll track you down. But like old Joshi. Yeah, you're probably okay.
Yeah.
Some of it's not old. Some of it's like current, like right now.
Yeah. Well, some of those companies are real big on the copyright strikes. Some of them aren't. So.
Well, I wonder if
wrestle pins.
I wonder. I'm gonna stop this for a second. I wonder if. Let me pull up my Plex. Let me pull up the WrestlePlex. I wonder if we could utilize that.
I'm sure we could.
Because a lot of that stuff.
Or the other thing that we could do is we could watch. I could hook stuff up and digitize stuff before that from like the archives. Like the I'll show a couple.
So if I
what if we watched this? Whose eye is that? Whose eye could that be? What? Could it be Total Anarchy, the best of Eric Cannon? You know it is. Total Anarchy Volume 4. Volume 4. Where are the other volumes? I need them. Also, best of the North Star Express.
Wow.
Where is my Plex here?
Retail Dragon and Discount Tiger versus Hollowicked and Blind Rage. Yeah. North Star Express versus Kings of Wrestling. Or
that MySpace page still up?
Chris Jordan. The Chris Jordan Chronicles. Look at that belt. I want to know whose belt this was and why someone doesn't still have it. Look at this belt.
Yeah, shit, that's solid.
It's like the best belt, like maybe outside of First belts. That's like the best belt out there. Look at that. Got some old Junk Squad. Got some solo matches. Yeah, baby. Anyway, we could hook it up. I could get a external DVD player, and we could stream some old Sweet Boy matches.
That might be a really good thing to do.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find my Plex, but I'm in Plex, but I can't find my stuff.
Yeah, I couldn't access the last time with the credentials you gave me, so I don't know if it's down or if Doug's doing maintenance or what.
Well, let me I think it's okay. Let's I'm sorry, I got two systems going right now.
Hey bro, I would expect nothing less. Like if you only had one system, I'd be like, wow, king of what? Shit Mountain? No. Your
Oh,
King
that's why that
Fuck
doesn't
Mountain
work.
ain't
Shit.
plugged in.
My keyboard's not plugged in. My second
Yeah.
keyboard isn't.
Oh,
So
Also,
you're like,
things
oh,
I
not signed in.
unpacked last night. We're going to Canada. Woo! Yeah. Who's got his passport, baby? Ooh, that's the cool
nice.
breezes of not America.
You shouldn't need it for Canada, should you?
Yeah, you do.
Really? Oh,
Yeah. One time I was going to an international track meet in Canada and did not have a passport with me. And they were very much like, I don't care if you're going to do a collegiate track meet here and compete. You're not going without a passport. So
I thought. Well, I want to have to look into this because
The last time I was out of country, right there, 2015. Form. You know, global pandemic, I guess.
yeah,
fake news.
Then I also unearthed this sweet baby boy.
Why is this not working?
oh, okay. So
The heel turn ready 50th. Look at how
Oh my
sad Doug is.
God.
the enhanced ID allows re-entry, but not necessarily leaving.
Okay, well this keyboard isn't working at all.
If you need an extra keyboard, let me know. I know a
Oh,
guy
I have one like right here.
who robs some guys.
Like I literally have one sitting like a foot away. Ugh.
So yeah, that was my idea, is maybe do like 12 hours or, you know, try to do a long stream of like wrestling stuff
shit,
and essentially like
wireless.
match, is it wireless?
Yep.
Yeah.
I
But
don't know
basically
where
like just do something and like overlap or you know, kind of pick up the torch from David and like essentially like, you know, I play games a day and run games a day and then like do the heel turn stream one day.
But
Yeah.
I do have a 10 keyboard right here though.
Oh.
Ooh.
It's supposed to be my backup work one. So I mean,
I won't tell if you won't.
when is this a USB boy?
Matt, I gave away these to all the Russell friends a couple years ago. I might have to give this to you and Danny. Yeah. Merry Christmas. I bought an extra one because I was like, you know, if this person on Etsy stops making these, I'm going to be really sad when I want to give this to a Russell.
I want another one.
Yeah.
Because you know you are.
Yeah. What else do I have in here? I have some Russell stuff still hanging around. I have a
Hold.
mask from our good friend Scott Story. I have a mask from Stacy Shadows, Abominable Snowman. I have my Moses Mayhem Stonehenge from I think that was from Prior Lake or wherever it is that Bill's from. Where was that? Do you remember what I'm talking about? Then this is the crowning achievement. I don't know if you've ever seen The Loved One, the movie that Mick Foley made when he was like college. And he had
love.
a WWF title. I made a BPCW, which was the name of my video game federation in college, Brothers Penis Championship Wrestling, because that's what it says, a Brothers Penis production at the beginning. And I made this and I brought this to MOA and I had him sign it when I was in college. And I was like, hey, so Mick, me and my friends play video game wrestling. We did this and we call it Brother Penis Championship Wrestling because of Loved One. And he thought that was so funny. And he was like, I will absolutely sign that. And I was like, because it was for his book. It was like a book signing. So it was like, you're not supposed to bring other stuff. And I brought this.
Let alone penis references, I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah, he thought that was pretty good. I also have a voicemail from him somewhere when he did the like Santa documentary.
Oh yeah.
He essentially did like a cameo option, where you'd like call and like leave a message on your voice machine. And so I have him going, BPCW, BPCW. It's pretty funny.
Mick Foley got to eat, baby.
He got to eat, baby. Mick Foley's baby boy's baby girl doesn't grow up without moolah la, Gotta pay for Huey, Dewey, Louie, and the lady. What's his daughter's name?
Noelle.
Noelle, yeah.
Oh,
Huey, Dewey, Louie, and Noelle. Because Christmas.
Because Christmas.
Because Christmas. Oh. Yep.
I finally got my other tower going.
Yeah.
My media tower, which I forgot had gotten shut off because of stormy weather. Yeah, stormy weather.
Stormy weather.
Not because of Stormy Daniels, because I'm not the former president of the United States.
Yeah, nobody gets shut down because of that, apparently.
Nah, no shit. What a bunch of fuck.
But yeah, so thinking about doing a kind of wrestling thing and seeing if some local folks, like, it'd be super fun to have Darren on, have Ryan on. I mean, I think it would be fun to just do like a celebration of that first show, just like have all the people on that wanted to jump on there. Like, I'd love to have ESQ jump on and talk about like what that was like coming back out, and like I love that Cannon did that. That made me so happy. Like, because he just looks so like he was trying to look like really like, oh, I'm a bad guy, but he came out with so excited.
I'm the worst.
Oh yeah, Shaggy, I totally agree. That was not a Mick Foley rule. That was totally. I think the idea was you had to have a book to go up there. I think that he probably signed other things, but it was like, yeah, it was totally like a Barnes and Noble, some kind of honky. And he actually did it. I don't for people that aren't in the Minneapolis area. They used to do like the Barnes and Nobles and stuff like that. They didn't do it in store here for most of the wrestlers. They did it in the Rotunda.
That makes sense. Yeah.
We met Kurt Angle there. We met Brock Lesnar there. We met Foley there. My friend Randy and I got him to got Kurt Angle to write like ridiculous shit. Like, I think Randy says "goddamn golf" in it, and mine says "Yippee-ki-yay, Mother Hubbard." Yippee-ki-yay, Mother Hubbard, Kurt Angle. We were like, yeah, we want the dumb stuff. Don't give me the serious, like, it's true. Don't care about that. Like, give me the buddy comedy, Stone Cold Steve Austin pissing Vince McMahon off. That's sure, you're one of the greatest, most accomplished wrestlers of all time, but could you just write goddamn golf in my book?
Yeah, just something completely stupid.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fair.
I mean, y'all know me. That's my brand.
So yeah, I will try to get.
Yeah, we'll get it up. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I also have. I think I probably showed this, but this was when we went to the Tommaso Ciampa, Kevin Steen final ROH match, and he signed all of our zoo enthusiast hats.
Yeah, that was awesome. Steen was super cool.
Yeah.
At that event, so was War Machine. They were super cool.
They were awesome. Briscoes were.
Briscoes was. David picked up the Briscoe brothers.
Yeah. And like Jimmy Jacobs was out just like chatting with some of the like young boys too afterwards. It was great.
We got to ask him about a Chikara story he was involved in at the time.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Which also was funny because later on we got to deal with that person in a wrestling capacity, which was like, again, sometimes it's those things of don't meet certain people.
I don't even remember which person that was.
Oh, you don't?
No. Unless he was amazing.
No, it was a current, or was a person who was a who actually lives.
It was me, Spike said.
It was me, Austin. It was me all along.
Spike, you raging asshole.
I'll put it in the private chat. So
Okay. I can't remember.
Oh shit!
I think you just.
I got too many keyboards going right now.
No, that was super funny because you said that, and then a comment came up in comments, and I went over and it was Super Spike. I was like, Ben, wrong chat. Oh, yeah.
Do you remember?
Yes, now I remember.
He was like, "Oh, it's a buddy of mine. Perhaps you've heard of him." We were like, "Nope." And then later on, we were like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, and then we were like, "Oh shit!"
And that person turned out to be not the best person.
No, turned out to be a dickhead. Yeah, so that was the idea. We chatted just like briefly after you met, or after you left, Matt, and I was like, "What do you think about this idea?" Because I do kind of miss the marathon aspect of Extra Life sometimes. Like I feel like I know Ben doesn't. But I kind of like that, but that's totally like, that's David and I's personality, it's just like, I think that we can roll the hype train up and,
Oh God, there's some 7-star on this server.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because we had to do the commentary, remember? We were going to do commentary for it, so we uploaded it.
There's some 5-star on this, 5-star wrestling on here.
Oh, I love 5-star. Luigi Primo would be amazing, Shaggy. I would love that.
You should check and see if you guys now have access to this.
Okay. Do you want to send the thing in the private chat?
What do you mean?
Like the access.
Do you have?
I thought that I did, but I think that I have the old one. I don't know if I have it from when Doug changed it over. I'll try here.
I know it looks like Cubicle Zombie is in there. It looks like
I think you sent me
Proteus is in there. Wonder Boy's in there. Add a friend, Matthew. Send me your email address in the private chat, and I'll send this to you right now. Beard, if you want a new access thing, send it to me in private chat, and I will hook you up as well.
Ben with the hookup.
Oh. Just kidding. I think that I'm in. Let's see.
You have access now, Matthew.
All right.
Oh, you know what? I can also. Well, I can't copy. I have 2 different servers open, so I can't send you a copied link right now. You have to go in and grab it off your email.
Yeah, that's fine. I can. That's better anyway.
Because yours was Proteus Luigi, right?
Yeah, I can't remember, but I don't know that I was necessarily using like. I don't know that I was necessarily like using that.
Send me your email real quick that you're using.
Okay.
Let's just
do this
get
thing.
this done. We're
starting fresh.
Starting fresh.
Fresh. Very fresh.
Fresh and clean. So fresh and so clean.
Ain't nobody dope as we.
Oh, I was just listening to that. It made me so happy. Outcast really just like
you're already a friend in here, James. So that's the email address you're using as Proteus.
Oh, I am? Okay. Well, let me just try continuing with Google then. That might be the issue. I think I was signing in under heel turn.
Oh, yeah,
that. Any of you beautiful, sexy Binksy boys who are interested in having access to WrestlePlex, contact me. I can make this happen for you. All right, let's take a look at. Should we look at what's in the WrestlePlex?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring it up. Share that bad boy.
I'm gonna go back. All right, let's see if I can share this screen because it's in a different server.
Okay.
I don't believe I can.
Okay, hold on. I might be. Well, I might be able to. Let me see.
Oh my God, you can go in and watch Leonard Littlestein or invite if you want, Matt.
Oh God.
Or you can watch the fucking Executioner match, the Lonely Cutioner against Maru.
Jesus.
One of the worst abominations I've ever seen. There's a bunch of Piper stuff in there, like old school Piper stuff, pre-WWF. Let's see, I'm just kind of going through what's in here right now. A bunch of old school Steamboat stuff.
Nice.
Some WCW, some WWF.
That's before or after he murdered his girlfriend. Just kidding. That's not Steamboat.
Nope.
Yeah, oh man.
Or was it?
Wow.
Nobody knows anymore, dude. Nobody knows.
Could have been Kevin Sullivan for all we know.
Oh, jeez.
It's got some like the first All Outs in there. Some All Japan Joshi stuff. There's a shit ton of Joshi in here. Best of Greg Valentine, best of 90s Lucha.
Dude,
it's Ricky.
I love wrestling Melissa Etheridge. It's my favorite.
I don't think I have any Thicky in there, although I wish I did.
From my window.
There was a free Thicky Steamboat versus MJF match on YouTube yesterday, or on Facebook yesterday. And it was back when she was straight up Thicky Steamboat. Best of 90s Lucha. There's tons.
Recently played videos. Best of Drew Malenko and Steenwolf. Yep, that sounds about right.
Best of Clive Myers. Oh shit! Best of Dan Severn. Ain't no boo
Right
like
back.
Severn boo, baby. Best of Davey Richards, which I don't know why I own that, but I do. Best of Malenko, of course. Best of Global.
Global Force Gold.
There's some fucking Greg Valentine in Japan shit in here that's awesome.
Oh.
Best of James Mason. So I got some World of Sports stuff in it. It's really, really cool. Best of Johnny Kidd. Who, if you've never seen Johnny Kidd's amazing. Best of Kobashi, just 1991. That's right, because they had to do multiple years because the god of wrestling, everything he did was great. Best of John Cortez, who I believe at one point John Cortez was also Black Tiger Mask. There are a best of Minami Toyota. Ooh.
Oh.
So good. Best of the Calgary Stampede. Best of Sarah Del Rey. Beyond Wrestling's Americarana 2015. There's a lot of Chikara on here, which I have mixed feelings about.
Sure. Justifiably.
But I mean, there's some awesome like World Tag Grand Prix stuff on here. Best of Dustin, excuse me.
Dusty.
Best of Road, baby, Best of Dynamite Kid. Some old Evolve stuff. Best of the Super Juniors 2020. Invasion Attack 2015. There's a bunch of New Japan on here.
I also found my Wrestle Spindle of DVDs that you made me.
There's a bunch of PWG on here as well.
There's a ton of PWG on there. Also, if you guys need to know just how cool I was, this is my handbell choir cassette. Nice.
Some
This is
old
my friend's band. They played with a band called Dirty Sanchez at Station 4 over in St. Paul.
Mm.
And it was really,
world. You always get your quota met, baby.
if we
I
want to get
remember that game.
crazy.
I had that game as well. There's some old ROH. It looks like it's it for right now, but I've got a whole bunch that just need to be put on here. I might see if I can do some of that today, because I have a whole bunch that Douglas has converted for me from ISOs to whatever format I'm using. I can't remember, because those ISO files are big.
Oh yeah,
they're massive, and I had gigs and gigs and gigs of files. Like I almost filled my Dropbox, which was nuts.
I also like that whoever bought this presumably picked it up at Gen Con.
Oh, I don't see that in there. That's frightening. Well, those are all still in ISO. So apparently, I thought Doug had put a bunch of those in there, but just like sitting in my queue is a bunch of FMW, a bunch of UWFI, excuse me, the best of the NWA title in Japan, the best of Stan fucking Larry Hansen, suck it, baby. Best of Robbie Brookside, best of Rollerball Rocco, best of NJPW versus UWF, best of I want one leg to say awesome, and I want the other leg to say awesome.
Fat chick thriller.
Best of AJ Styles in 2014, so before he thought the Earth was flat.
Hey,
Triple Mania.
Who's saying that shit? Who's saying it? Point them out. The other thing I thought would be really fun is to watch.
There's a bunch of stuff converted.
What's that?
He has converted a bunch of stuff in a file I can upload.
Nice.
Some Smash, some War, 01, Noah, FMW, some
nice.
Big Japan. There's a bunch of stuff. I'll have to try to get all this up. I can't remember how to add stuff though. It's been so long since I fiddled with this.
Yeah. I was thinking it'd be really fun to get like Gene and Randy and like other folks, Eric Schuster, Joel on and watch like some of those ROH from Hopkins shows too. Because some of those were fire. And I have the DVDs from all of them. Or in Hopkin, sorry. We were never good enough to get an S on the DVDs. They misspelled the name of the town on their own DVDs.
It's like I need this to update.
Super Spike, I thought PulseCon was pretty cool. People were disappointed with Star Wars. I don't think that's unjustified, but it's not really Hasbro's fault. That Indiana Jones stuff looks fucking great though.
Oh, what was Indiana? I didn't see anything of PulseCon. What went down that?
There is I mean, they've been talking about it for a while, but we finally got product reveals for the first wave of the new Black Series like Indiana Jones line.
Ooh.
Which I'm very excited about because I love me some Indiana Jones.
Who doesn't? You know who doesn't love Indiana Jones? Cultists and Nazis. And you know what happens to them? He punches them in their stupid faces.
That is true. Yeah, there's some good Marvel stuff. Good. And yeah, Fortnite was Fortnite. I don't have a ton of skin in that game. But
Well, if
it is
they're are they still the ones doing the 7-inch Fortnite, or is that McFarlane now?
6-inch.
6-inch.
Yeah, McFarlane did do 7-inch for a little while, and he hasn't done any in a while. Yes, so Hasbro is still doing 6-inch. All the stuff that they revealed during the panel had actually already been found in stores.
Okay.
Not officially announced, but it had already been found.
Because that's a lot of cool mod fodder.
Oh yeah. But yeah, there's some good Marvel stuff there. I'm excited about some of the Star Wars stuff, even if it's not like anything groundbreaking, but that's on Lucasfilm.
What do they announce for Star Wars?
Just a bunch of RTJ like repack stuff, which is like, oh, here's a pipeline reveal of a figure that we already did. It's like, okay. But
Illinois Nazis got another fucking Shaggy always bringing that Illinois Nazis heat.
King, is this the one that you or David is missing?
I'm missing it, yeah.
Okay. I didn't think that I borrowed this from you, but I just found this copy.
No. I'm missing my 7 Levels of Hate DVD.
Oh, okay.
I
did not find that in all my wrestling stuff.
That Adam Pierce signed, and then I loaned to somebody. I never got it back.
I did also find my one unopened copy. If either of you do not have this, they had this New Jack Hardcore. This is the most amazing documentary of all time. I bought 10 copies of it when it was only $5. And I gave it to everybody for Christmas because I was like, "This is so good." This has the interview where he's talking about like getting stabbed in the butt, and he just walked around with a limp for like 3 months. He's like, "Everybody call me Stumpy." I was like, "All right, man, that sounds great." It's truly amazing. Also, if we ever want to dig into Minneapolis St. Paul ROH, I have all. This is Steen's farewell in ROH. This was the Monster Mafia versus Red Dragon non-title tag match that was freaking amazing. And the Honor Rumble winner, which was underwhelming. And then this was our last one where AJ Styles got real angry. There he is in all of his post-Japan, pre-WWE anger. And I also have the first ROH show I ever went to, Reborn, which is over at the St. Paul Armory back in the day. Listen to this lineup. Matt Stryker versus Nigel McGuinness, Carnage Crew versus Dunn and Marcos, John Walters versus Just Incredible, 6-man match, Alex Shelley versus Jimmy Jacobs versus Jimmy Ray versus Masada versus Danny Daniels versus Jack Evans, BM Shitmer versus Colt Cabana, Matt Sydal versus Delirious, the Briscoes versus the Havana Pitbulls. Oh, we got some Rocky on that. Danielson versus CM Punk, guest referee Ricky Steamboat, and ROH World Title match Samoa Joe versus Homicide.
That's Ricky, not Thicky.
Yeah, not Thicky. Also, look at this crazy old school, like clipped in from the sides, nothing in the middle DVD. This is. If you want more information for Ring of Honor, you have to visit it or call the number. They had that number. In that next level Dolby surround. Whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah, 2004.
That's wild, man.
Also, this was the best special live edition of the Fish Tank with Cheeseburger. I miss the Fish Tank, man.
Well, you can just watch Impact.
I know.
Apparently, he's shooting on there right now.
Yeah. I also forgot that in that last show at Hopkins, it was the Kingdom with Maria Kanellis versus War Machine and Moose, and Stokely was with Moose at that point.
That Thicky Steamboat MJF match from Beyond Wrestling that was on Facebook yesterday, Stokely is MJF's manager.
I love Stokely so
They're
much.
both wearing the Burberry and...
Oh, that's beautiful. Anyway.
What the fuck? Well, I'm gonna leave the server up and running. But I think we probably have
Exhausted our resources.
yeah, maybe we'll talk offline about Extra Life a little bit. But yeah, I appreciate everybody watching.
Yeah, thanks for joining.
Sorry, it was like the weirdest 2 hours.
Just random making it up, but
yeah,
Super Spike stuck it out and enjoyed it the whole time, or at least stuck it out. I don't know whether they enjoyed it or not. I'm not gonna, make any assumptions. But we appreciate you guys.
And I'm sorry. It's music.
Also, anybody out there who's doing 31 and 31, I want to know what you're watching.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll sneak in a
Thanks, Shaggy.
A spoopy stream about what I've been watching. We'll see.
Nice.
Oh yeah, this Thursday.
Yes.
Cat appreciation stream.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll see you suckers then.
Yeah.
Wait, does anyone else have anything going on this week? You've got Tiny Ming.
I think we have Tiny Ming. Isn't this our week? No.
Hey, Beard, why don't you check your goddamn calendar? I couldn't even get it out without laughing.
It is your week. It is your week for Tiny Ming. Yes.
I got so many new Ming to show off.
I got a bunch of action figures that I have unpacked that have been like in the closet the time forgot. I will open figures. It'll be a gripping, ripping, hacking, flacking, painting, creating.
Are we in Star Wars in this week, or is that next?
This week.
It is this week. All right.
Yeah. Good. I sent an invite out. I think.
No, I just.
Matt, why don't you check your goddamn calendar?
Check your fucking calendar, Matt.
I took off Thursday and Friday of this week specifically because I knew I was streaming 3 nights in a row and would need extra time.
Yeah, you got to recover from them banks.
Like to have a life at all outside of streaming. So.
Whoa. I guess that's how the other half lives.
No, you guys do your thing. It takes
look at the big stream on Matt. Wow.
Apparently we'll be on Tuesday, just causing a ruckus. Star Wars on Wednesday, wrapping up the 7 of 3.
Yeah.
5 of 3.
Issue 80 of a 4-issue limited series.
Yeah. Thursday stream appreciation. Friday.
Smike said y'all ain't wrapping that up.
Friday, a very special Bad at Games.
We'll start the game and like freaking the FBI is gonna kick down his fucking door, drag him away on camera.
Everybody on the ground.
Like I'm a right-wing streamer faking an FBI raid.
Fernando Martinez, you have the right to remain silent. You're like, I'm not Fernando.
We saw your plex.
Yeah. You got the E on there.
You wouldn't steal a wrestling match, would you?
Or from the Fed.
Would I? And then Thursday, stream appreciation. Friday, a very special Bad at Games. It's Casual Dota 2 with Casual Dog. Yeah. Next Sunday, we've got Prep School. Let's see what we're doing. It's on a calendar, baby.
Can I be real frank? I had no idea what you were talking about until I looked up Dota.
Monster Hearts.
We're
going to delve knee deep into some Appalachian horror as I start to finally get my shit together for the Monster Hearts game I've been talking about running for over 2 years.
Yeah.
There's that. So yeah, that's it. Next Tuesday, Beer, do you have a week from this Tuesday? Is that are you back?
We should hopefully, yeah.
Okay.
We were going to be back last week, but yeah, things did not. So we'll be back.
It's been a real wild time for everybody. So I mean,
Yeah.
show us a little bit of grace there, and we promise that we're trying to get all of our collective business, all that business back in order, baby. It's been a hard time.
She's a singer, right? Dota Cat? Yeah, that was stupid. Haha.
Fair.
Thank you, Spike.
All right, guys. Have a good rest of your Sunday. Do something fun. Yeah. Tell your moms I said hi.
Wow.
Well, like in a platonic